Good morning. Good morning. How are you all? Welcome. Happy Monday, but it's a very different, a very special Monday indeed. And here we are, looks like about 10 minutes ahead of schedule on the Logos Live launch. I'm super excited. Boyhood dream first? Question mark. Yes, indeed. You are first. Guys, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, so I might mute the mic from time to time. This is going to be almost more like React content. So if you don't like that stuff, then so be it. But well, I say that, but you guys know I'll get to the point where I can't stop talking about something. But anyway, I was gonna be here for this anyway, and then I thought, why not live stream it? Um, I'm sure there's a link I'm supposed to share with you guys if you go watch it, and that I get a special. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I have a new link. Okay, new link evidently. Guys, I'm bad at this. Let's see. New link. Yeah, it's okay. I appreciate that boyhood dream, but we all get under the weather from time to time. What is up, Dave Owen? Hello, hello. Nice and early for you. Indeed, indeed. But there's my new affiliate link. You can utilize that. They're going to a new platform, actually. They're going to a new platform for how they manage their affiliates. So anyway, I got to figure it out. But they're always good looking out. They're trying to help me out. And then I thought there was a link that I'm supposed to send you for, let's see. Thought there was a link I'm supposed to send you for this event, right? That like if I send it to you, I'm telling people, get hyped, go to the Logos event. I'm going to watch it live here. And then, like I said, it'll be more like React content, but it is what it is. Let's see if I have a previous like affiliate. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I don't see it. Evidently, there's some link that I can send you to say, hey, I invited you, blah, blah, blah. It's all good. Logos always treats me good. So one of the things I wanted to look at before we get started here, it looks like we're 9 minutes out. I saw you can now click compare plans and you can see the libraries that are included in the subscription libraries, right? And to me, this is really important because if you are going to be purchasing a library, an add-on library, you want to make sure that it complements the library that you are getting via the subscription pretty well. So notice premium. This informed a lot of my recommendations and buying guides, because if you look down, like this is a strong commentary set to include in a subscription. And that's at the max level. And so the evangelical exegetical commentary is huge. And evangelical biblical theology commentary, I'm going to be honest, I only referenced one volume, but the volume I referenced, I was hoping was going to be more than what it ended up being. So I love the art on these. They're nice and modern, good authors, and it's only one data point. But the one I referenced when I was preaching through Hebrews by Tom Schreiner, I found it good, not great. So, but again, it's good. And this being included at a subscription is pretty insane. Got Cambridge, Kylan Delich, and expositors. So these are all at the max level. Here you're getting word pictures, Lexham Research, Lexham Geographic. I love the Lexham Research commentaries. I don't know if it's all of them. Looks like all released. Yeah. So they'll probably be releasing more, although it says only partial. So, but still, that's quite a few. So these are great too. And yeah, these are really nice. You can see what they did for a lot of these is they did kind of older works that were probably easier to source for a lower regular price. And then they did public domain works. And then they did Lexham Press unique works. And those are the ones they included for all these. But Lexham Press puts out good stuff. So that's excellent. And then finally up here you have these ones, which are also pretty good. I mean, kind of your basic Matthew Poole. Bible Speaks Today being offered in the premium subscription. I'm telling you guys, premium subscription is serious business. So anyway, but consider which subscription you're getting alongside which library you're going to purchase, right? Boyhood says, oh, subscriptions come with libraries too. Hadn't looked into it, so I thought subscriptions were just features. Crazy. No, that's exactly right. Yep. I'm thinking of getting just the Max package since the price difference isn't that great. Yeah, that makes sense, David. I mean, there's some great commentaries in here, especially if you don't have any of these. Like, you might have these, but like if you don't have some of these ones, you might consider going for that. Yeah. I prepare sermons and Bible studies weekly. That's great. What's up, Giovanno? Guys, Giovanna watches all our content and puts hearts on everything. I appreciate you. What an encouragement. Hello, Neva. Greetings. How are you? It's been a minute since we chatted. Welcome, welcome. So anyway, this is cool to go through. If you want to navigate to this, go to the main page, compare plans, and then you scroll down and hit included books. So this is a major factor in your decision, but to me, the commentaries are really what makes or breaks it. I look, Giovanno. I get a notification every time a comment is left, and it's encouragement to me. So, and sometimes Giovanno will watch a buried video. Man, I'm like, I didn't even remember doing that video, but Giovanno's on it. Neva, well back to work. Have a great day. All right, no problem. Thanks for popping by, Neva. I appreciate you. And yeah, I hope you have a good work day. So anyway, we're here. We're waiting. I presume the website's going to change in 5 minutes, but we will see. The other thing, if you say, see what's new, it shows you all this stuff. But there are a few features I haven't looked at yet. So there's Smart Search, of course. I've been Smart Search's biggest fan. Search result synopsis. This is my second favorite feature, right? Summarize is high on the list for me. I did a video on how to utilize that effectively. Factbook refresh. I mean, this is great. You know, and previous to Smart Search, I always said if you're going to do a topical study, Factbook is your one-stop shop. So them updating that to me says they're doubling down on a great feature, which is fantastic. What's up, Preachable? Good to see you. Giovanna says I've learned a lot from your videos. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, that's great, and it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And then there's a get started thing. I'm not going to use this, but anything that onboards new users more easily is welcome in my book. Bible Study Builder. This one I haven't played around with yet. So I'm very interested in this one. I'm interested. Pizza Hype, what is up? Let's go. 3 minutes. That's right. That's right. And then Sermon Builder with Sermon Assistant. I've talked about this. This is good. I like this feature. Outlines and illustrations. I use the illustrations and applications more. Questions and applications. These are the two I use. The illustrations and applications. I don't use the outlines as much. Questions requires you to have put your text into the box for the sermon. So it requires you to have some sort of manuscript or at least bullets. But I will say this, sometimes I've just taken my sermon notes and just thrown them, like, because I build out that notes document, right? Sometimes I copy and paste the sermon notes and see what the sermon assistant suggests in terms of questions. It gives decent ones. So purchase a library that's yours forever. You know, you guys know under the hood, the subscription and the libraries, a lot of people are confused by that, and there's a lot of details surrounding it. You guys know that, but they're trying with their marketing to make it obvious and clear with simple words, right? And so I think they're doing a good job. But yeah, so these are the new libraries that I've been examining in my videos. I don't think I'll do a standard library. I was going to do it, but I couldn't get it out in time. Like I said, I got sick, things like that as well. Couldn't get it out in time. So anyway, I think I might not do the standard libraries. My goal was to do the new ones because they're so new, right? Wanted to see their thought process behind them. Preachable. If you've already subscribed to early access, i.e. sub to pro, so if I want to go to max, do I just pay the difference? You'll have to, I'm not sure. Preachable. I think you'll have to contact customer service on that. I suspect what they'll do is they'll remove your pro subscription and give you partial refund or something like that, and then put you on max after that, right? But you'll have to talk to customer service. Gene Rensburg, good afternoon, Pastor. Good afternoon to you as well. It is early morning for me, but Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Arnold says, just curious, how many books does Pastor Tanner have in Logos? I'll bring it up. It's embarrassing. I have an embarrassing number of books. Okay, so I'll bring it up. My wife is embarrassed. 67,180. 67,180. At least using this metric, whatever. I'm sure it counts some resources that aren't books or anything like that. So there you go. Don't tell my wife. Marilda, what is up? Like I told you guys, sorry, I'm feeling a little sick. Marilda, good morning, Pastor Tanner. Joyous day indeed. Very exciting, Marilda. Atlanta in the house. Good to see you, James. Welcome. Frank, what is up, Pastor T? What is up, Frank? Good to see you. Good evening from the Philippines. Fantastic. So good to see you. Arnold, 67K is crazy. Indeed. Yes. It counts print books, I think, too. Ah, that's a good point, Frank. Yes. I think you're right. I think it does. Okay. Well, it's time. Should we refresh? Is it happening? Boyhood, I saw a TikTok where a popular secular influencer recommended using ChatGPT for Bible study. Do you think AI and Logos will make it more accessible? I think so. And I like it because it's integrated with my print resources. See, ChatGPT can scrape the internet, but to me, we're here. You're a little too early. Oh no, I'm right on time. ChatGPT can scrape the internet, but it can't scrape all the, I don't know, Baker Academic and Zondervan resources that are in print. It doesn't do that, right? So to me, there's a huge place for Logos Bible software to be in the AI market because it can leverage AI on resources that ChatGPT cannot. I would assume, given copyright. Oracle Lion, hello, Pastor Tanner. Hope you have been well. Yes, I have been well. I'm a little under the weather. I'm a little sick right now, but the live stream is also on YouTube on their channel. Well, I might need to go there. Yeah, let me pull it up. Thank you for that tip. Let's head over to Logos on YouTube. Oh man. Can you shoot me the link? I thought it would update here. It says you're early. I know I'm not early. They're live on the Logos channel. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Professional streamer here. Look, why would you come over and watch this with me? Logos Bible software channel. See, when I type that in, I get videos on how to use Logos Bible software. It doesn't take me straight to their channel. Goodness gracious. It's live. Why won't it show live here? Oh, I'm such a fail. We'll get there, guys. If you're patient, it's going to happen. If you need to bail, you need to bail. Click start. Is it this? Somebody give Kenneth a gold star. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thanks to the team for putting that piece together. At each turn in the history of technology, the Bible has played an integral role. From the printing press to radio, TV, movies, and the internet, the church has found ways to use technology to make God's word more accessible to more people. It's that unrelenting pursuit of truth that Logos is all about. And that is the heart behind what drives Logos' new CEO, Bill McCarthy. Let's take a moment to hear from him about the exciting new changes for Logos and how he plans to help make in-depth Bible study more powerful and more accessible than ever.
Apologize, boyhood. I bet it was great. You can go back and watch it. Thanks for being here, guys.
My name is Bill McCarthy. I'm the CEO of Logos. My family is all based in Raleigh, North Carolina. You know, I tell people this, I didn't know that you could combine technology and business and the Word of God. When I found out about the opportunity to work here, that really moved my heart. It truly did. Logos is moving to subscription. That's for our software. It doesn't change the relationship or the dynamics of how our content is acquired and what our customers are used to. So your library purchases, those will be the same motion with our company. The software will be a subscription model. Why are we doing that? It's a huge unlock for us. And when I say an unlock for us, I mean that through the lens of our pastors and the ministries and parachurch organizations, academic institutions that we work with. It extends our reach to millions and millions of more folks. And in my heart, I hope we're able to reach 1 billion. We cannot do that. We can't do that without a model that allows for it from a cost standpoint. And that is what subscription provides for Logos today, and ideally for so many of our customers that have provided good feedback on this decision. In this season that we're in, I see the opportunity to extend that to so many more people and so many more organizations and churches and families. And to me, that's just a natural extension of where we've been over the last 32 years of this company's history. This newest version is loaded with really cool technology. We're using AI against our data sources, our 240,000 books, our information.
That's
it's not
huge.
just how, using a model like Google might.
That's exactly
But we're
right.
leveraging AI's capability in new ways that create efficiency in organizing how you might prepare a Bible study or a sermon, or how you might disciple an individual. Our use of AI is not trying to take the place of the Holy Spirit. We want to bring enough information forward that you can assemble it, evaluate it, maybe compare it, go to God with some of the things that are deep on your heart that you want to share with your church or with your Bible study or with your family, and do that with more efficiency. There's a fear with AI that I understand is real. The way we approach AI is, I think, very, very responsibly, because we know our data sources that we're running large language models against. So it's not like we're going out to the World Wide Web and just pulling any data in and providing it back. And that is kind of a risk. Companies that might leverage AI and even position things as not supportive of Christianity, that's a concern. So we want to be very responsible about how we approach AI. Our mission, our future, is to try to reach as many people that we can equip to understand the Bible as effectively as we can. And I talk internally, and I can honestly tell you, I don't know how we're going to do this, but I hope that God is in this statement. I pray that we can have an impact where folks use Logos, and I want 1 billion folks to be able to use the software. I just do. I believe it's that vital. There's a time when Facebook was a very small company, and now it is enmeshed into our culture globally, billions, and has such influence. And yet we have the Word of God. The culture of Logos, it's like we have a pastor's heart. So many smart individuals with incredible degrees, and the passion of the company is always focused on how does the church keep moving forward. And it just spills out of the employee base. It is humbling to be a part of that. This is the best Logos has ever produced. This is a great version of Logos. And we are so excited to see what, in the hands of all of our customers, what can this version do? And I can't wait for what tomorrow brings, in part because of what we provide, but more so because of what you give to this world through teaching the Word of God.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you so much, Bill. At Logos, we know the importance of privacy. Some of our tools allow users to send private documents or copyrighted content to AI services. However, we only send the specific content the user requests. We never use this data to train AI, nor do we allow any of our technology partners to do so. We require our technology partners to use this data only for the purposes of our tool and not to retain it longer than is needed for that purpose. Now, it's important to know there are two parts to Logos. Logos combines software tools with a library. Going forward, users will subscribe to the software, but you'll continue to
I
own
wonder
the
if you
books
watched my video.
you buy just like before. And you
Maybe
won't
not,
lose
but-
access to books you already own. As a bonus, each subscription
Sounds
tier
really
includes a
familiar.
small amount of books that you can access while you subscribe. We've learned that many of you don't want to wait years for improvements that could significantly benefit your Bible study. With subscription, we'll be able to incorporate customer feedback quickly, solving the most important challenges for you, our users. At the same time, I am excited that subscription means that millions of pastors, teachers, and students of the Bible will be able to access the vast array of books and tools that Logos has to offer at such little cost. So if you know someone who has always wanted Logos, make sure to tag them in the comments below. We wanted to make sure that everyone got the features and books that help them to achieve their Bible study goals. That's why we're offering 3 different subscription tiers for Logos: Premium, Pro, and Max. Here's Chauncey Allman to tell us about the new premium tier of Logos.
This is such a good tier, guys. Don't sleep on premium.
I'm Chauncey Allman. I am the manager of the national presenter team at Logos. I selfishly say I have the best job on the planet. Live in Dallas, Texas, married to my lovely wife, Takia, for 26 years this year. We have 5 kids, 3 by birth and 2 that we are legal guardians for. And we attend Grace Church Frisco. There, we've been small group leaders for the past probably about 7 years or so. Small group is here at our home and basically talk about how the sermon impacts our lives and how to live it out on a day-to-day basis. My favorite feature of Logos Premium, I'd have to say, is the fact book. And now in fact book, you can enter a particular passage and it walks through the commentaries, automatically sorted out for you. And you can search through the different commentaries, whether or not it's by priority, meaning your favorite commentaries, or by denomination or by era. It's all
good.
right there. And in addition to that, oftentimes as a small group leader, we want to kind of set the stage for the particular text, whether or not it's the geography or what were the people like, or what were the physical things that were included at that time the text was written. Well, with the new fact book in Logos Premium, it's automatically there. As you scroll down the page from top to bottom, you're just reading and just scrolling down, and all the information is right there at your fingertips. And that makes it so much easier for my own personal study as well as leading a small group. What I love about the new Smart Search feature is that you can actually ask questions within the tool. So as an example, in our study of Revelation, you can type in a question and say something like, what's the significance of lampstands?
Smart Search.
And Logos will, in its Smart Search, give you all the answers that you're looking for by asking the question. Now, as a small group leader, we're always looking for tools that kind of make life easier for us. And one of the tools within the new Logos Premium is a Bible study builder. You can take a particular passage, let's say Revelation 1 through 3. Logos will actually scan through and generate questions based on the passage. And these are AI generated questions, and they're very good because it actually allows the reader to dig a little deeper into their study. So now I can spend more time in the text and coaching and teaching people through the text, and less time having to come up with these questions. So it's a humongous time saver when I use the Bible study builder.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
So with Logos Premium, I highly recommend it. If you're a Bible study leader such as myself, you're going to be better equipped to deliver your messages. You're going to be better equipped to answer the questions that may come your way. And you're going to be better equipped to equip others to learn more about God's Word.
Awesome. Awesome. You build a Bible study using a non-Bible book. Oh, interesting.
Thanks, Chauncey.
Yeah, I bet so.
I think Logos Premium is going to be an incredible aid to so many people just getting started with Logos. Logos Premium starts at $9.99 a month, but there are discounts if you already own Logos. And you'll save by selecting an annual subscription, or you could save even more with a special 2-year option. I love what one of our early access customers, George Haven, said. Logos has streamlined so many different procedures that used to take an inordinate amount of time. And now when you add summarizing and insights, it streamlines it even more. Well said, George.
Yes.
Many of you watching today already love Logos, and some of you have been using Logos for decades. That was true of our product manager, Mark Barnes. For years, he was known to the Logos
Mark's good
community
people.
as a power user and an aid to so many getting started in their journey of digital Bible study. Well, after decades of using the tool, Mark came to work for Logos. As a pastor, he tirelessly advocates for users to make Logos more simple to use and more powerful. So let's head over to Wales in the United Kingdom and hear about the Logos Pro tier from Mark Barnes.
Oh, Mark's good people. Great tier, by the way. Be right back. I need more water.
My name is Mark Barnes. My hometown is in South Wales, in a city called Swansea. I've been married to my wife Sharon for about 20 years, and we have two boys, Moses and Elias. My job title is the Principal Product Manager for Bible Study Tools. That's a posh way of saying really that I lead the decision making in how we can improve Logos for all of its users. So sometimes I jokingly say I came to Logos to protect my investment. So even though I'm working full-time for Logos, I'm still doing a fair bit of preaching. There are many churches in our local area that don't have a pastor, so once or twice a month I'll be preaching in those churches. Yes, we've worked really hard in Logos Pro to try and make it simpler to use. We've got new users in mind for that, people maybe who haven't used Logos before. Even for me, I've been using it every day for 20 years. The new toolbar really puts everything front and center. I don't have to dig around in obscure menus or try and remember what different icons mean. So for example, I can filter by a passage list and just show all of the passages in the Bible that are to do with a topic that I'm preaching on. That feature's been in Logos for years and years and years, but now it's right there. It reminds me to use it often because it's all there right at the top in the toolbar. Users had often told us that they couldn't find the things that they were looking for in their Logos library. They had thousands of books. They knew one or two would be relevant to them. They just couldn't find them. So what we've done with Logos Pro is we're using AI to ensure that someone who's searching for something just needs to type in a normal question as they would in everyday English. And the AI then will use that to bring the most relevant books to the top of the search results for them. So Smart Synopsis will give me a paragraph that answers the question that I've typed into Smart Search using the books that Smart Search has found, those books in my Logos library. I think one of the ways that Smart Synopsis differs from ordinary uses of AI is that it's always quoting its sources, and we can go back and look at those in our Logos library. If I was to ask the same question in ChatGPT, let's say, it might give me an answer, but I wouldn't know whether I could trust that answer, and I wouldn't be able to check it very easily. But with Logos, because each claim in the Smart Synopsis has a footnote, and that footnote goes to one of my Logos books, I can very easily check it out, and I can read more in context.
It's so good.
If you want it to, Smart Synopsis can even look at all of the books in the entire Logos catalog and not just the ones you own. So if you've got a small library that you're still growing, then Smart Synopsis can still be useful to you because it can look at that entire Logos catalog, and if you find something that is really valuable, then you can go ahead and purchase that right within the app. One of the things that people have often told us is there's all kinds of data that they have in Logos that could be useful to them, but they don't know how to access that data and they don't know how to find that data. And what we've done now is we've put that right into Factbook. So for example, if I want to look through a biblical lens, well now with Factbook in Logos Pro, you can use the lens bar at the top of Factbook and instantly switch between a biblical perspective or a theological perspective, or looking at things and seeing what books you have in your library that are relevant to that topic.
That's like
so the new Insight sidebar is another example of one of those tools that we put in particularly for new users, but that I found even as a power user is something that I end up using all of the time. So effectively what it does is allows me really quick access to study Bibles, commentaries, cross-references, links back to the Old Testament, all of that kind of thing. Whatever verse I'm on as I go through different verses, it'll update and I can see that what the study Bible says, what the commentary says, without even having to open those resources. And I find I use it all of the time to give me quick answers to whatever is in my mind at the moment.
All right, Mark, I'll give it a second look.
So really there's 4 parts to Sermon Assistant. It allows you to generate outlines for your sermon, illustrations, applications, and it can even generate questions based on your sermon that you could then share with lay leaders in your church or members of the congregation that would really help them to reflect on the sermon in the days after the Sunday message. So what the Sermon Assistant will do for you is give you suggestions about what you can study, suggest how a particular passage could point to Christ or what theology might be there, give you little stepping stones towards your sermon, as well as then a little outline and things that you could potentially say as different parts of your message. And the sermon assistant illustrations and applications giving me ideas, and with the ideas that Logos would suggest, I would then find some stories that I'd forgotten perhaps that I could use myself and speak into the lives of my congregation. Not simply to kind of copy and paste. Nobody wants a robot in the pulpit, but really trying to help pastors to think things through and to give them ideas of different things that they could try or different things that they could ponder on and meditate on that would then help them in their own sermon preparation.
Yeah. And it
One
works
of the things
way.
that excites me about Logos Pro is not just all the improvements that we've already talked about, but it's all the improvements that we can bring in the future as well. And we want to be able to make sure that as your needs change and as the needs of your church changes, that Logos Pro can adapt and Logos Pro can continue to deliver the things that you need into the future.
Well done, Mark. A legend.
Thank you so much, Mark. We think Logos Pro is going to be the most popular choice for pastors and teachers who regularly share from the Word. Logos Pro starts at $14.99 a month, but as with Premium, there are discounts if you already own Logos. Again, you can save even more by selecting an annual or a special 2-year option, and with that 2-year option, you'll get the equivalent of 5 months free. Log in at logos.com to see your price. I love what Pastor Josh Dill said. This program has made study exciting for me again, and I thank God for it. If you're new to Logos, have patience with it, watch a few videos, and learn it. You'll be thankful you did.
Amen.
He's
Makes the
right.
word accessible.
We encourage users to take our free online training. And be sure to use the new in-app Get Started guide. Our live and on-demand training will help you prep a small group study, write a sermon, or anything in between. Each subscription tier gives you access to books, but you can still purchase libraries and own books the same way that you always have with Logos. And if you already own some of the books in a library, dynamic pricing ensures that you'll never have to worry about paying
Love
for
dynamic.
books twice. Finally, for those of you who need the most powerful tools for Greek and Hebrew study, we offer Logos Max. It features tools designed for students and scholars. Here's Daniel explaining the benefits of Logos Max, along with the advantages of Logos for students.
Max is heavy hitter, man. Max is heavy hitter. You better know some original languages if you're going Max. This is serious business. Oh, this is gorgeous.
My name's Daniel Bagley, and I'm the Director of Inside Sales. I've been at Logos for just over 10 years now. I started out in the inside sales department as a sales rep and have continued into a director role. Being married and 43 years old with 2 teenage kids, I have a busy life. So as a student, Logos is a lifesaver. I have saved so much time studying with Logos compared to going through every book I have here on my shelf one by one. Logos enables me to efficiently and effectively study theology with still being able to spend time with my family, to still be able to actively participate in my local church, and still be able to go camping and cook. I started at Redemption Seminary because I wanted to learn more about my faith. So I am studying biblical studies. That essentially is a very broad swath of studies, everything from Old Testament and New Testament theology to spiritual formation, all the way into what I am now my last class of practical theology and what it looks like to prepare a strategic plan for ministry. As a student, I have to put together a bibliography for every paper I write. That can be a lot of work. With Logos, I can choose to cite a single source, or I can create an entire bibliography from every open resource that I have.
Bibliography
and it does
is so
it
good.
automatically for me in a
So
matter
good.
of a second. I can save hours with
Yes.
every paper with the bibliography tool.
He's 100% correct. Game changer.
So one of the things that I love is our summarization tool. The summarization tool allows
Yeah.
me to go to the introduction of a book,
This is
or
sweet
really
for
any
research.
chapter for that matter, and summarize that chapter to see if there's anything in that resource that might be pertinent to my studies. One of the benefits with Max is that you can do deep study into ancient literature. That is, what did the church fathers say about any given subject? Maybe it's the doctrine of sanctification, maybe it's church polity, whatever it is, Max allows you to dig deep into church history and what was said. One of my favorite guides in Logos is the exegetical guide, and in particular, the word-by-word feature. The word-by-word feature allows me to look at all of the grammatical information that I need, and it provides me with all the lexical resources that I need to understand how that word was used in the specific text that I'm studying. In addition to those, it also shows me the sense of the word and what that means theologically. Logos has a feature called the Bible Word Study. The Bible Word Study Guide provides detailed information about a specific English, Greek, Hebrew, or Aramaic word. For example, I'm studying sanctification, a definition of the word hagios. It provides different translations of that word, examples of how that word is used in the biblical text, maybe how the Gospels use it, or how Paul uses it, or how the pastoral epistles use it, and a lot more. Because I'm not a language specialist, the Bible Word Study Guide allows me to understand what the author was trying to say in its original context. As a Max subscriber, you're going to gain access to some of the top scholarly resources. One of these resources is the Lexham Research Commentary, or the LRC. What I love most about the LRC is that it provides short contributions on the various issues from top commentators on that book. So I can quickly see all of the relevant discussions relating to the text without opening all my commentaries. As a student, I need the best tools that I can get my hands on. Max provides me with all of the features and functions that I need to dig deep into my Logos books. Whether that's doing a word study, or looking at the theological implications of a text, or even creating a bibliography, Max gives me all the tools that I need to achieve my goals as a student.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel. And a shout out to the students all over the world who have to make footnotes. Thankfully, automatic footnotes in the bibliography tool are available with any tier in Logos. However, advanced language tools are what make Max special. In the future, we'll be adding more exclusive features to Logos Max, so be on the lookout. Logos Max starts at $19.99 a month, but there are discounts if you already own Logos.
The future features
you can
are what I'm
save
interested
even
in.
more by selecting an annual or a special 2-year option. Logos is a Bible study platform that equips you to go deeper into Scripture through a fusion of content and powerful technology. We've heard about that technology, and now Scott Lindsay will tell us about our new 2025 libraries. Each resource is meticulously chosen to fuel your features, and by bundling them, you save an average of 90% compared to buying individually. Best of all, the books you buy are yours forever.
I love the preacher
The
library.
new 2025 Logos libraries offer
see
a
'em.
vast array of trusted resources at an amazing value. Like we said before, Logos has 2 parts: powerful software tools and a library of books and resources that you own. There are multiple tracks of libraries you can choose from, but today we'll highlight our standard track of libraries from Starter to the Collector's Edition. And remember, because of dynamic pricing, you never pay for the same book twice, so your price may be even lower. The 2025 Starter Library features more than 25 books and is a good choice for new believers and those just beginning their Bible study journey. Commentaries like Open Your Bible Commentary help you grasp the big picture of the Bible. Now, if you purchase these books in print, it would cost about $340, but the Logos Starter Library is just $40. One important thing to know: the 2025 Logos libraries deliver incredible value, but they're available for purchase exclusively to Logos subscribers. The 2025 Bronze Library steps up a bit with more than 45 books. Remember, each library level includes the books in the library tiers below. In Bronze, you'll get trusted commentaries like Biblical Expositor and the Lexham Geographic Commentary on the Pentateuch. While bronze features a library worth nearly $800, it's only $90. The 2025 Silver Library begins to introduce resources for those who teach regularly. Commentaries like Black's New Testament Commentary feature 14 in-depth volumes, and the 23-volume The Bible Speaks Today Themes is a must-have resource for any student of the Word. Silver includes over 130 books for only $350. If you preach, you know the value of resources focused on exegesis. The Preacher's Outline and Sermon Bible delivers
Great
45
resource.
volumes, all designed to ease the work
Not
of
previously
communicating
available
the text.
in libraries. I
And the
don't think.
ESV Exposition Commentary series
Also
has
good.
been one of the most in-demand series we've ever offered. We're delighted that it's finally available in a Logos library. 2025 Gold delivers a package of more than 460 books worth more than $8,400 for
Gold's a big
just
one.
$850.
Gold's a big one.
Now, for those who love to study, 2025 Platinum contains the kind of resources you require. The Preaching the Word Commentary series is renowned for its homiletic insights, and the 66-volume UBS Handbook series is a go-to resource for those who want detailed, exegetical, historical, cultural, and linguistic information. With over 920 volumes, Platinum would cost close to $16,000 if you were to buy these books in print. But with Logos Platinum, you can own this extensive library for just $1,500. The 2025 Diamond Library includes insightful theological resources like the 22-volume Wiley Blackwell Bible Commentary series that digs into the history of the interpretation of the text. The Exegetical Guide to the Greek New Testament equips pastors to bridge the gap between in-depth original language exegesis and
Oh,
powerful
they pictured
preaching.
the wrong one. They pictured
2025
the
Diamond includes a library of over 2,080 books that would cost nearly $32,000 in print for just $3,000. The 2025 Portfolio Library features an expansive array of collections of resources. For instance, the beloved IVP Bible dictionaries showcase cutting-edge insights from the world's top scholars. The Complete Biblical Library brings together the work of nearly 500 Bible scholars into a comprehensive 39-volume set.
Great
If you want to
lexicon
go
in
deep,
that set.
Portfolio is the library for you. In print, it would cost over $51,000, but in Logos, this library of over 3,500 volumes is just $4,750. And for those who simply love books, and I mean a lot of books, and you know who you are,
Collectors?
there's the 2025 Collector's Edition Library.
You know who
It's
you
a
are.
tour
he
de force
says.
of the best writing in the world of biblical and theological studies. The 51-volume New International Commentary on the Old and New Testament features the work of the world's best biblical
Yeah,
scholarship.
one of the best.
Also
in class
included is the 17-volume Theological Dictionary of the Old Testament. The Logos Collector's Edition showcases more than 8,120 books worth nearly $125,000. At $11,000, Collector's
go,
Edition is a compelling value and a treasure trove of biblical scholarship. So from starter to collectors, there's a Logos library for anyone. And remember, you will always own the books you buy in Logos. And all the libraries we offer are dynamically priced. So that means you never
And that's
pay
huge.
for the same book twice. And payment plans are available. Now, for a limited time, when you subscribe to Logos, you'll get an additional 30% off your first library purchase. Welcome to the 2025 Logos Standard Libraries.
Hype, hype,
Thank you
hype.
so much, Scott. What a fantastic release. In addition to the wonderful tools that come with each tier of Logos, we're introducing Logos Perks. As our way of saying thank you, Logos Premium subscribers receive a 5% store-wide discount, an
Sweet.
additional free book every month, and 3 seminary-level
Double sweet.
courses from Logos Mobile Ed that
Love it.
refresh quarterly. Logos Pro subscribers get some additional perks on top of that, too. An annual reward coupon worth 5% of your spend over the
Cashback?
previous year,
Come on.
access to Logos Sermon's online sermon archive and
used that yet.
podcasting
I
tools,
need to use that.
and 2 additional courses from Logos Mobile Ed that refresh quarterly. Finally, with Logos Max, you'll enjoy everything from Pro, and you'll get 3 additional Logos Mobile Ed courses for a total of 8 courses that refresh each quarter. That's thousands of dollars in theological training for free. You can subscribe today at logos.com. If you'd like advice on which library to choose alongside your subscription, call our team. Our team is filled with Bible and book nerds who geek out to ensure you get the books you need for
Book
your
nerds.
study. Call our team at 888-670-3148. Or if you'd like to speak with our Spanish team, call 1-800-570-5400. At the start of our event, we promised to let you know about the winner of our giveaway. Well, today we are giving away a subscription to Logos Max and a copy of the 2025 Collector's Edition library. Congratulations to
giveaway.
our winner. We hope this package will be a blessing to you
Michael.
and your ministry.
Wow.
Well, friends, this is the best and most powerful version of Logos yet. We are so excited to see what you will do in your ministries with the help of Logos. I hope you'll subscribe today and get to experience firsthand all the amazing benefits of going deep into God's Word with Logos.
All right. What a good launch. Is there more? Oh, they ended. All right. That was awesome. Can people confirm if they're indeed not live anymore? It looked like it was a direct feed, so I think it's done. Keith. Keith says he's changing his name immediately to Michael Mojica. That's amazing. Yeah, that's an epic launch. Really cool. Pizza Hype, you asked about Max. Now, here's what I would consider if I were you. So, to me, the distinction for Max, it has to essentially do, like, some of the biggest things for Max for me. Do you use the mobile ads a lot? Because you get a couple extra. And then these commentaries right here. Did you already own these? Especially this one. If you already owned this, Pizza, I think we are in like a wait and see territory on whether or not Max is going to do, and this one as well. Did you have this one? Because these are both included with Max. Yes, I love them. I think Max, we're kind of waiting and seeing. Even in the section where they talked about Max, to me, they highlighted a lot of features that are available in Pro, and I think you're taking a chance if you go with Max, like that they're going to flesh this thing out. There's still, one sec. I'm sorry. I told you I've been feeling under the weather. They still are offering good things in Max, but I don't know if it's enough for me to push up from Pro to Max. Like, I'm waiting for them to flesh that out a little bit more and get us some more features in Max, because quite a few of the features are available already in Pro, right? So, yeah. You did update now and restart, and it worked. To see the libraries? Oh, you might be talking about in your Logos. I got you, right. Mercurio, the Max description part of the video was interesting. It talked about going to church, history, and word study. I think those are things we all have access to. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, Mercurio. That's exactly right. Right? The website crashed. No. No. The launch was so hype. They crashed the website. Why? Why? Oh, man. Chris, that's what I decided as well, sticking to Pro for now. I think so. Like, if you really are a value maxi, right? Like, you just want to get the best bang for your buck, I think it's at Pro right now. I think with Max, you're like betting on the future. Like, you're like, I know they're going to flesh this thing out. Again, Max is still good at the moment, but I don't think it's as much value as Pro is. It's super slow. It's done. It's done. Is Canvas in Pro? Yeah, Ricky, I believe it is. I believe Canvas is in Pro. Well, we can come here at least. What was that feature I told you guys I hadn't used? It was the Bible study builder. Let's see if it's out yet. See, part of me also wonders if and some of you guys mentioned update now. Maybe that's how I get these. NICOT and NICNT not on Max, not on the subscription library of Max. they are, to me, they only put like 3 types of resources in the subscription libraries. 1, public domain works. 2, older works that the copywriter were happy to let go of at a steep price. Or 3, Lex and Press works, because they work hand in hand with Lex and Press. It's a branch of Faith Life Logos Bible Software. So those are the 3 types of works that I saw, inhabiting most of the subscription libraries. What they really want you to do is do the add-on library, and that's where you can get like the more modern, featured resources. So if you're looking for that resource, they want you to buy, a pro subscription, but then get the collector's edition, library. That's how they want you to get that resource. Yep. You need to update the software. Okay, here. Let's update. Let's update. Opening again. Hopefully this works. And then we can poke around. I want to try the Bible Study Builder. Oh, okay. Chris says he got an update last night that includes it. Okay. Marilda says, you are right. We bought Max and had about 95% of the 500 books. Yep, there you go. And that doesn't surprise me. You'll find I was kind of disappointed. They had hyped it up, kind of thought they'd give out some freebies or something, but there's no real reason to have watched it live rather than to have watched it later. Yeah, fair enough. I've watched all like the major launches live in the last, 4 years, I think. And so I always get hyped for it, but yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, Giovanno, that's a really good point. Giovanno says you get more AI credits with Max, and that's correct. You need them for translation into German. And so the AI credits, you use a lot of them with the translation feature. The summarize feature also uses extra AI credits, and so you got to be aware of that. So yeah, that's a really good point, is the more AI credits you get. I want to say, I don't know how many. I saw a document somewhere that listed how many AI credits you get, and that they give 2 free books a month with that Max. That's a big deal, getting the extra free book. But I thought that was included also in Pro. Is that not, Marilda? Jockmer, right now Pro is the best option. It feels like the most value to me. Bible Study Prep is in Tools tab. Okay, let's go back over. I loaded back up here. I was afraid there was going to be AI credits. There are, but I haven't hit my limit yet, and I think they were renew monthly. Ah, see, there you go, Chris. Maybe. But I would kind of feel it out. Like, use your Logos the way you typically would and essentially feel it out and see if, like, your use case is good. Yeah, Arnold, they're trying to add an extra free book a month. And you're correct with the 5 mobile ed courses with Max. And I want to say it was even more with Max. I thought it was like 7. Maybe not. Website dead. We killed the website. Midnight Doxology, a tad underwhelming of live, if I'm being honest. Well, they've been talking about this. I've been bringing you guys information, right? So a lot of it we kind of already knew, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the launch. And yeah, I hear what you mean, though. Like in the past, like so much of this stuff was hidden and kept under wraps. And then you're correct. L10 was crazy, right? The L10 launch, like my jaw was dropped the whole time, so most of this stuff I'd already seen, right? Mercurio, things I learned today. Logos has 240,000 resources. PTAN owns more than a quarter of Logos. Mercurio, you're ridiculous. That's so funny. I didn't know how many they held. That's pretty funny. Oh. I have Logos through my seminary. I'm curious how this new model will impact that. Oh, that's really interesting, Travis. Which one is better for pastors? I love Pro as the subscription, and I love the Preacher libraries. The Preacher libraries are my favorite ones. I did a video on the Preacher libraries. It's on my channel, and if you check those out, you might be interested in that. Let's try the Cal Magic was saying it's under Tools instead. So where is Tools? Golly. I do videos on this software, guys. I can't find Tools. I was in Tools. Ah, there it is. It's front and center. How did I miss it? Maybe I needed the restart, like you guys said. Okay, let's check this out. Here, I'm going to get into some sermon prep now already. Let's go to my roadmap. And what was I planning on preaching on? Let's see, the 29th? What am I thinking? Right here, 27th, excuse me. John 10, 22 to 42. Wow. I've been selecting big pericopes here recently. Okay. So this is what I was planning on preaching on. And let's check this thing out. All right, I'm a Pastor the Pro subscription with Preacher Diamond. That's a fantastic set, Chris. You're going to love that, right? TJ, I'm an average guy. Is premium good enough for me? Premium is massive, TJ. I think you'll love premium. To me, the 2-3 best features, they're in premium. Here's what I would ask, TJ. Do you see yourself using the Sermon Assistant in the Sermon Builder ever? Probably not, right? And if not, I would go premium if I were you. Yeah, no doubt. I've got L10 Diamond. Pro or Max is better. If you are a value customer, I would go Pro. I'm still not seeing it for Max yet. I want Max to get fleshed out in a greater way. Okay, Untitled Bible Study. Create Bible Study, move study, questions from the sidebar. Ooh, this could kind of function. I know it's for a Bible study, but like if you're creating questions for the pulpit, I wonder if you can't use the same thing. John 10 is amazing. Yeah, it's fantastic. I got to preach on it yesterday. Excited for the forum updates. They're bringing a new look to the forums. How are the referral and affiliate systems changing? Oh, website is resurrected. Let's go. They've completely changed the platform that we have to use to get into affiliate. They actually sent me an email. They're like, Tanner, you're using the wrong. You keep sending people to the wrong affiliate link. Here's your new affiliate link. Please use your new one. And I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. Logos is always good looking out. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Right here. Here's my new affiliate link, if you guys care. So it's a completely new system. I haven't even clicked it. Let's see what it does if I click it. Okay, it just takes you to the website, but that's the affiliate link. So yeah, what they've done is they've gone to a new affiliate platform altogether, and they've had everybody sign up and all this other type of stuff, right? So, see, this is what I've been talking about. On your first 2025 library, save 30%. So whatever libraries you're going to get, I would bundle those in your first purchase and then call it a day, right? Because you get 30%, I believe, off your entire cart. So bundle all the libraries you want in your first purchase and be good. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's your entire cart. I think it's the libraries. But it works for multiple libraries as long as they're part of your first purchase. Sorry, had to clarify there. Hector, did I ever hear the denominational libraries would wait until fall 2025? They will. And in fact, you guys might notice as well, Verbum is not released. Verbum releases later this year, and then the denominational libraries release next year. I don't think it's clear until the fall, though. I think they're aiming at like spring, summer of next year. Where can I get the 2-year subscription? I can't find it. I don't know. So those are the libraries. Let's see, the website's changed a bit since we were on here a second ago. So you can jump on these. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you would you'd get them. I remember seeing, like in the table, you could sign up for 2-year, but I don't know how they integrated it back onto the website. Keith says, gotta hop off for now, but it was great hanging out for the release. Everyone have a blessed day and glorify God today. Amen. Have a good one, Keith. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to see you. Let's see. Can't find the 2-year either. Man, when they launched the early access, they only offered monthly and the annual. And I thought, man, that's a shame. They're not going to offer 2-year. And then they announced later that you're going to get 2-year. And I'm like, well, why didn't you roll that out with the early? Because you're going to have a lot of people who retroactively, I know retroactively that the 2-year would be more appealing for me, right? Because you get more free months. You got to contact them. Yeah, you got to call them explicitly. There's always a hiccup somewhere. There's an add an extra year checkbox, says Mercurio. Ah, there you go. Look for the add extra year checkbox, y'all. All right, let's see what this. I haven't seen this thing. Let's see what this does. Yeah, no problem, Hector. It's a good question. I am blind. Where do I find the new libraries? I saw them on the front page, Pizza. I just went to the front page, and if you scroll down just a tad, front page, scroll down just a tad, boom, save 30% on your first libraries, and it showed them. Thanks for the update regarding denominational libraries. Yes. We have 2 portfolio libraries. Which one is best to buy next? So Marilda wants a comparison between standard and, let's see, standard versus researcher portfolio. I would recommend standard, Marilda. I would recommend standard for sure. Katie says, yay, I found the 2-year option. Is it the checkbox that they were talking about? Katie, enlighten us, please. Here, I'll poke around with you guys. I'm on this account, I'm not going to be any help, but give me a second. Let me swap accounts here. I'll poke around with you guys and try to help. Sign out. Oh no, now I don't even have a sign in button. Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? I've made a huge error. I'm going to figure this out, guys, and then we'll poke around in it together. Okay, sign in. I have created a different account. Entirely for helping, like with videos and different things like this. So let me look. I think it's here. Sorry, I don't use it very often. And then give me a sec, guys. We will figure this out, and then I will help. I will help. Let's go. Boom, boom. And logging in, sign in. Give me a moment, y'all. Oh, I've got one more option. Survey says, oh, I'm in. Oh, I'm in. Thank you for your excitement. We're experiencing higher than expected traffic and are working quickly to resolve it. Please hang tight and check back shortly. No! No! Come on, I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Let's see if this works now. They don't know how resourceful I am. I'll figure a workaround. It might take me a minute, but I'll find my workaround. Oh, now it wants to authorize. Will the 30% be a bit of time? I can't buy them straight away. I think it will. I think it'll be for a bit of time. I don't think they're doing it like launch day only or anything like that. So I think you have some time. Now, I might have to go over here. New features just dropped on Logos. Yep. Looking good. Let's see here. Riveting content, I know, guys, but I am going to try my absolute best to help. Yeah, you see, it's not letting me log into my alternate account. It keeps telling me we want confirmation. Why I oughta. It seems like every year they do this. Authorize. I'm trying to authorize. Yes. Yes, authorize. Go. Okay, got a spinning hourglass. It means it's thinking. Am I in? I think I'm in, y'all. Let me just double check my profile real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm in. Okay, so this is as if I was a new user. All right. Go back over here. As if I was a new user. Let's see what they got. You can see it doesn't have my PT logo up here. That's why I wanted to change. Okay, so you scroll down. What is Logos? Features, support, plans, start free trial. I'm not trying to do any of that. I want plans. Okay, here we go. And so you can see this is, you know, we only know this because of what we just went through, but here we've got our Premium, Pro, Max, okay? And so, and then they're down here. So start free trial, etc. We don't want, let's say we want Pro, okay? So you have Bible study leader, pastor, and then academic, right? Here's Pro, the middle guy. So start free trial. And to me, this is where you can get into the libraries piece, right? Okay, so here's your Pro, start free trial. Here's your little button, okay? Here, this is your button, how you get that extra year with the extra months off, okay? So monthly, annually, 2-year. This is what you want. You want the 2-year. And then, if you're interested, you want to look at the books that are offered here. Because for some of you, it matters. These commentary sets, if you already own these, Max is not as appealing, okay? If you already own these, Max is not as appealing. And you can see for a lot of the library, look at how similar the libraries are between Pro and Max. Same dictionaries, same theological dictionaries and encyclopedias, Old Testament studies, New Testament studies, same, right? A little bit more on the lexicons, but is it like you're getting BDAG or anything like that? No, right? They add the patristic Greek lexicon, right? They add a few discourse analysis things, right? But that's it. And then, okay, there's a difference on Hebrew, but it's the same thing. Simplified grammar, and then more discourse analysis stuff, right? And don't get me wrong, I like discourse analysis as much as the next guy, but is that what you're looking for from your Max subscription? You scroll through, boom, 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 boom. Like, these are all basically the same. General reference, there's a few extra works here, right? And so you've got all of those features. And so this is why I say Max is kind of waiting to show its true value, right? Now, it does have huge value in these two commentary sets, but if you've already got those two commentary sets, then maybe you don't need it. And so you want annually here, and then you want to add the year. This is, again, if you're like me and you just want Max discount, right? Like, got to get the best bang for my buck. You would hit this button, and then it's going to prompt you to add some add-on library, okay? And so then, after it loads, the traffic is insane. Did they say they will add more for Max in the future? Yes, they did. They explicitly said that. Pro is so much value. It is. Pro is massive value. So let's see how it goes here. I wish I could select the mobile education that I want. Arnold, do they give you a fixed mobile ed? All right, see, here you go. Here you go. Now, these are all the standard libraries. They're the only ones I haven't done videos on yet. I did videos on Leader, Preacher, and Researcher, okay? So those should all be available on my channel. You can look at all of those. If you want my short TLDR, Preacher are my favorite libraries. I think a lot of people are going to struggle to get value out of Researcher, and I'll show you why. Look at some of the Researcher resources that are being offered, even just at Silver, Gold, and Platinum, okay? Like, let me think. There are some resources that I just think most users are not going to use very much, right? And they have to do with many of the original language resources that are being offered. And fair enough, there's a reason they are, you know, there's a reason they made these libraries. They're for people who want to dig into original languages and, you know, but like here you're getting tons of different versions of the Greek New Testament. honestly, I have somewhat of a proficiency with the original languages. I use kind of the same Greek New Testament each time. I'm very rarely doing comparisons between multiple different versions of the Greek New Testament, right? Or if you go into the grammars and lexicons, right? Some of these resources that are on offer they're in-depth resources that the average user is going to have a hard time getting tons of value out of, right? And so they hit their target audience well, right? But you have to ask yourself, am I going to be utilizing these in-depth Greek resources as a typical user? Maybe, maybe not, right? And so, like here, this Greek grammar collection is $100, and that's part of your value that is locked up if you're getting these researcher libraries. I apologize, y'all. I told you I'm not feeling well. So, back after it. So, and the same is true for Hebrew. Same is true for Hebrew. So, I would not recommend most users to go with a researcher library. So, Marilda, you asked earlier, hey, Portfolio, should I get Portfolio Researcher or Portfolio Standard? Portfolio Standard all day. Portfolio Standard is going to be much more value, I think, to the typical user. And it's because a lot of your value is going to be tied up in major commentary sets. So if you look, it's like, okay, this is where Portfolio is shining above Diamond. Continental Commentary, those this is not, oh no, this is the one that's the Hermeneia. Yeah. So these are older commentaries. They're kind of a brother sister with Hermeneia. But let's keep going. Look, critical exegetical, focus on the Bible. Okay, there's Hermeneia. I just talked about that. Yep, the full Hermeneia set. Pulpit, analyzed Bible, and again, if you already have a bunch of these, dynamic pricing just tanks the price of everything else, right? So you can see on Portfolio, you're getting more on the commentary front than you'd get with Researcher, but it doesn't stop there, right? Like, so if we go beyond the commentaries, how come I can't scroll over? Guys, don't worry, I'm a professional. This is what I wanted. There we go. It's doing exactly what I want now. So not only the commentaries, but let's go further down. The commentary section is huge because it includes collectors as well. So you get a little bit more on the Bible dictionaries and encyclopedias. Let's see what the difference is here. Okay, the IVP Black set, Old and New Testament, right? And so this is what I'm always doing is I'm asking, where's the value tied up? You know, because they have a fixed amount of dollars that they can put into each package, and they're trying to give you a good deal, but they also have to pay the publisher, right? So all of the different libraries to me are them trying to give different kinds of value to people, right? So, you know, they want to put together libraries that you think are great value, where you like every resource in it. Now, no, they're not going to do that for every single person, but they're trying their best, you know, to get a lot of people and make sure that they're going to enjoy the value that's available there. And that's what they're trying to accomplish. So, again, to me, these annual Bible studies, are these new? I don't know that I was aware of these. These are kind of cool. I was surprised IVP dictionaries weren't in Researcher, right? Very interesting, Frank. Katie, for Pastor Tanner to feel better. Thank you. I appreciate you, Katie. I'm going to keep on keeping on, right? We're doing all right. Yeah, these must be new to, look, these are new to the Logos ecosystem. That's pretty cool. See, and this is the value as well. When you get libraries, even if you get the same library that you had before, you have massive dynamic pricing for all the resources you already own, and then you get new ones at a steep discount because they're bundled, right? These are new releases for this year. Fantastic. Very cool. Katie, I wish that Logos had new linguistic and exegetical key to the Greek New Testament for newbie like I am. Oh, that's interesting. Just to kind of have the to be like a little resource that helps you to understand what like Arist means and things like that. Is that what you're asking about? Sim says, I went with Max because I like having all the features possible, but I'm probably going to stick with the features library as a full-time pastor. Went with Max because I like having all the features. It makes sense. Makes sense. Cal Magic, unexpected traffic? Really? Unexpected? Exactly. So this is kind of what I consider when I'm poking through and I'm trying to figure out what best value is for me. I think for most users, researcher libraries are a bit too much for people. I love the preacher libraries. The leader libraries are really good. And standard, I mean, it's standard for a reason. They try to give a good balance of everything, right? So to me, these are good libraries. And for most users, especially with the addition now of the AI tools, my recommendation is if you want to use Logos in order to try and use it as like Google for biblical research, researching, top scholarly works on different topics, my recommendation is you want to get the largest library you can get and get premium or pro so you can leverage the AI tools. That's where I'm at, right? So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Mercurio's got it on where to do that. So you add on your subscription, you come down here, you pick your library. So for me, of the ones I've done research on, like I think the preacher libraries are great. And I would be like, there's so many good. Preacher is just such a sweet spot because if you want to go ultra value, you can go pro subscription, Preacher Bronze, or you can even do premium subscription, Preacher Bronze. That's a nice, value option. But you could also, like, there are some great things on offer. Like, this is a decent setup right here. Pro annual, 2 years, locked in, and Preacher Platinum. And of course, on this account, I don't have, I think, a Logos 10 feature set. So this is full price, right? And of course, if you have Logos 10 feature set, you get half off. Pizza Hype, awesome launch. Have a great day, guys. Thank you, Pastor Tanner, for all the buying guides you do, etc. And streams. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much, Pizza Hype. Take care. Awesome. So anyway, hopefully that helped, guys. Just walking through that. And yeah, seeing how it did. Do we need to buy the libraries today to get the 30% discount? No, I don't think so, Nick. No, I don't think so. I think it's just for your first purchase. Okay, cool. Any other questions on navigating the website and putting everything together? Chris. Chris, you're a goof. Chris, I've been a Logos user for over a decade, and I have put a lot of money into the software. I decided, here, let me go to the big screen and chat about this a little bit. When I was just starting seminary, I got my first book list for one of my classes. And I knew of Bible software. I knew of digital libraries. I knew of Kindle. But I didn't know anything about any of them. I hadn't done any research. And I got my first book list for my first class in seminary. And to me, that moment was like a decision moment. And the question for me was, okay, where are you going to build your library for ministry? You're getting into seminary right now. You're going to be a pastor. Like, books are absolutely essential to preaching and teaching well. Where are you going to build your library, right? And I stopped and thought about it and asked myself, and I thought, I think the way of the future is digital. And for me, it was the search, the ability to search the book, right? I had already preached several sermons using only a print book setup. And what I would do, I would go out to my print library. I had a few bookshelves full of print books. I would go out to my print library, and let's say I was preaching out of Romans. I'd pull off every book that I thought might have something to say about that verse in Romans. And I would take a stack of 10, 15 books with me to my office. I would set them down. And then I would have in front of me on the desk a sheet of paper, and I would have my pen, and I'd pull the top book off. I'd go to whatever sections I thought might have something to do with my passage in there. I would glance. I would take notes if it was irrelevant. I would set the book aside if it wasn't. And then, I know, Chris, but I just want to explain how I got here, right? And then I would do that. I would do that repeatedly, right? It took forever to write sermons. It took so long. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the process. And I prefer print books, right? Like print books they're a joy to read. They're fun. But when I got my book list for my first class, I was like, you know what? I have to decide now. You know, I know I'm purchasing 4 books for my class or whatever, but where I purchase these matters. Am I going digital? Am I going to keep print books physical? And I decided at that moment, I'm going to go digital. And I did a little research, and I looked into Logos Bible Software, and I was like, looks to me like Logos Bible Software has the best tools, the best, features, the best selection, etc. when it comes to building out a digital library. And so, Marilda, I knew nothing when I got mine in January 21st, 2005. I'm still learning. Chris, I never buy print books. Me neither, basically anymore. I decided then I'm going Logos, and I think it was L5 at the time. It might have been L4. No, maybe it was L5 or L6. But I jumped in, and I want to say my first purchase was something like L5 Platinum, right? And I used that for like 2 days or something. And then I called them back up, and I immediately wanted to go up to the next level. I used it for all of like 2 days, and I was like, I want to go to the next level. What do I do? Right. And so, we can add on, whatever it was. I don't know if it was diamond or whatever at the time. And so anyway, and then the rest is history. And so then take that mentality and stretch it out for 10 years. And that's what I've done. And that's how I got here. Right. And so I've been a hyped up Logos user for over a decade. And I have done everything I can to build out my library during that time. I would always wait for the big, I could go back, man. I remember some of if you guys weren't around back then, some of the Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals were nuts, just nuts. They would put out, there were Bloomsbury packages they would put out for 90% off, 90. And I was like, what? This is insane. I have to figure out how to get this, right? I was on payment plans for Logos for so long. Not financial advice. Don't do this. This is bad stewardship, okay? But this is what I did, all right? This is what I did. I was on payment plans for so long with Logos Bible Software, trying to build out my library in those early days because the discounts were insane. They would do like these Cyber Monday sales. They would do Reformation Day sales. They would do Black Friday sales, and they were always nuts, right? And I don't know how many payment plans I was on, and we would like have to combine them repeatedly. And my wife would just look at me and she'd be like, how much a month do we pay for your Logos library? And I was like, you don't want to know. And then I'd be like, but it's not as expensive as it would be because I stretched out the payment plan for 2 years. And she's like, you're going to be the death of me. And so anyway, that's how all this happened. How to be a good steward: buy Logos and payment plans. No doubt, Arnold. No doubt. Thinking back to the foolishness, and it's no wonder my wife was pretty fed up with me. Oh, that's so funny. George, I felt a little guilty when I reached 1,000 books through Logos, realizing that I can never read them all. However, with AI, I'm gleeful with 8,000 resources. See, George gets it. George gets it, because that was always the argument is, how are you ever going to read all these books? And I was like, the value is not in reading them. And it's like, it sounds so foreign. It's so strange, right? Like, wait, you bought all these books, you don't plan on reading them? No, I'm going to read as many of them as I can, but the value is not in reading them. The value is in being able to search them. And it's like, oy vey. Preachable PT, new name, the librarian, right? That's so funny. That's so funny. But that's exactly how I feel, George. By the way, is this the George Haven? The one with the quote in the video? Come on. You're famous now, George. You're famous now. Don't be humble. That's awesome. So anyway, that's my story on how I built out a ridiculous library, right? I'd be exaggerating if I said it almost cost me my marriage. It didn't, right? But it was a sore point in our marriage for many years, right? Marilda, you have a precious wife and you are perfect for using it. The Lord has blessed you, Pastor Tanner. He has, yes. Look, it's the George Haven, y'all. Indeed. It's definitely a pastor's wife problem. Pastors keep hoarding books, and that's what I did. And I just decided decades. Here's the other thing. I also have a bit of a collector bug in me, and I would also say, I'd be like, look, babe, at least I didn't buy this many print books. Like, we would never be able to even like move them around. Anyway, the ways we try to justify our poor behavior, right? All right, let's come back over here. Okay, so Bible study questions. Okay, I typed in, my church pays for mine now. I'm grateful. That's awesome, Chris. Praise God. That is awesome. I will say, once I got into my pastoral position here, then I was given a book stipend, and I utilized my book stipend as well. And so that portion of my salary, it was still part of my salary, so it's not like it was free, but I did get a tax break on it, right? So for several years as a pastor, I would set aside a decent chunk, and that would be book stipend, and that was a decent chunk of my salary, and then we would get a tax break on that because it was like required for work or whatever, right? Chuck Houston, I'm sitting in jury duty waiting room. Can't hear nothing. Is there a link to the new libraries? Can anyone get Chuck a link? Here, I think I can. We were just here. Let's see if you go straight to this, Chuck, it might work. Try that. Oh, I didn't see it, Marilda. Let me look. I don't like dynamic pricing as I feel if a book is updated by same author, but it is just a cover change or spelling errors, we should not need to rebuy. We don't rebuy. Oh, I see what you mean. When they bring out like a second edition or a third edition, is that what you're talking about, Marilda? To me, that's a little different than the dynamic pricing. And they do like spelling updates and things like that, independent of the books. Yeah, hopefully it goes there, Chuck. Good luck with your jury duty. I assumed it was, no, you said jury duty. Like, let me give an example. I have several books that I have both second edition and, here, I'll give an example. Reasonable Faith. I have both versions of Reasonable Faith right here. Looks like I have, yeah. So I have this one, and then I have this one. But to me, this doesn't have to do with dynamic pricing. To me, this is like, this would be true if I were in print, right? Yes, it affects your pricing. But to me, this would be true if I were buying print as well. Let's say I bought this and the publisher came out with this, right? I would have to purchase this afresh. They wouldn't cut me some slack or give me some credit because I owned an earlier version, right? Dynamic pricing for me is, let's say I was buying an apologetics package and it had 8 books in it and it's $80, $10 a book. Well, because I own Reasonable Faith already, Logos looks at my current library and they say, oh, you already own Reasonable Faith. You're not going to have to pay for it again. Here's what we'll do. Rather than you paying $80 for this package, you can still buy this package, but now it's $70. We're going to take the cost of Reasonable Faith and remove it from your purchase price. Marilda says, it is different if it is a new author in commentaries. Yeah, but to me, those are new books. I know what you're talking about, right? Like some of these older, I think Tyndale, well, Tyndale's probably not a good example. the NICNT has a couple multiple author ones. I think John has 2 authors. Yeah. So you have Michael Ramsey's commentary on Gospel of John. Ooh, I haven't been using this. You're right. That's cool. I don't have to, less clicks the better as far as I'm concerned. That's great. But then you also have Leon Morris and I. Howard Marshall. But to me, these are 3 books, right? They're not, I recognize it's the John commentary in this set, but, these are the epistles. But to me, these are different books. And so to me, I'm like, okay, I got 2 commentaries on the same set, right? So the new author, like, usually what happens is they're like, look, our commentary from Leon Morris is great, but it's a bit dated. You know, it was published in 1995. Let's commission a new author to come out with a new commentary, and that's what they do, right? So to me, it's a new book. I'm getting a new commentary. Let's see, TJ, do you have to be subscribed to see what's in the libraries? I cannot see the books included in each library. Did you go to that link? If that link doesn't do it, then what I found, you don't have to be subscribed. You have to be in the process of subscribing. Isn't that a funny way? So here's how I did it, TJ. I'll go back to, let's empty my cart. And then, am I going to show my credit card info on screen or something? Here, let me fix this real quick. Professional streamer, y'all. I'm not going to dox myself today. Okay, let's see. I'm going to empty my cart, delete it all, and then I'll just walk through real quick with you, TJ, how to get there. I thought deleting my cart would be easy. It is not at the moment. Oh, there it is. The remove button. It's just the remove button, y'all. But how do I remove the subscription? Well, it'll probably still work, even with it in there. I just don't see an easy... oh, there's the remove button. I'm blind, is what I meant to say. I meant to say I'm blind. Okay. I went to the link. All right, then I'm glad I'm doing this, TJ. Let me just show you real quick. Okay, so here I am. I go to the front page. I go start free trial. Okay. Max with NICOT and NICNT would make a lot of people try Logos for the first time, but of course, as long as you keep paying, if you stop, lose access to the Max library. Yeah, I understand. Because that's a commentary a lot of people know of. So again, you have to select your library first, TJ. So you could pick whatever one you want at this. Look, let me, bare minimum, right? Monthly and premium, start free trial. I'm not even, because I care about the libraries. That's what I really care about, right? Now you're in the spot where you can select from libraries. So you can have leader, preacher, researcher, standard, and then you can compare and contrast them all right here. So that's how you get there. And then you can look at them all, and then you can go back and change your subscription if you want. So hopefully that helps. Okay, let's look at this real quick. So it's the Bible study feature. To create a Bible study, move Bible study questions from the sidebar or add a new block with your own text, questions, or passages. Block can be arranged. Interesting. Okay. I haven't used this yet. Let's try. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I have this cough. Okay, Warren Wiersbe from the commentary. Oh, I didn't mean to click. That's cool, though. You know what? This is a cool feature because is it grabbing these? Knowing there's a bunch of resources with these, but not knowing where they're at because I have too many resources, this thing is huge. Let's see if it does what I think it does. Oh, I love this feature already. Oh, this is so good. So even in preaching, not just Bible study, but even in preaching, it can be really valuable to ask questions. And these are just from my resources. I could have it generate questions too. Oh, this is crazy good. This is crazy good. Here's my one thing now, though, with this. These are all in different places. And I don't know, maybe it's their attempt to streamline it. But like if I want to generate application and illustration, I need the sermon assistant. So I'm over in the sermon builder. And then if I want to generate, questions, and I know you can generate questions over there, but you got to paste your manuscript in there. But if I want to generate questions as if I were doing a Bible study, then I have to come over to this tool. It's fine, but I just think it's funny. Like, it's probably they're trying to figure out how to streamline it and on-ramp things for people, but it ends up I have to go to all these different places because I guess you know 6 a dozen of a one half. What is it? 6 of one, half a dozen of another. You can either make all these isolated tools that people don't know how to find, except for people like me. And I'm like, look, I love it. All the tools are isolated, just how I want them. Or you can clump tools together, make it easier for people to find, but now they're clumped. And I'm like, I got to go to these different clumped areas. Whatever. They're doing the best they can. Let's see, Marilda, Epistle to Romans, NICNT, first and second edition, had to buy both. But they're different books, aren't they, Marilda? NICNT, Romans. I see what you mean, Marilda. I understand now. They did an update to this book, and you feel like the update should be free, right? That's what you're saying. Because the content is mostly the same. And here we are in this section. The author was Moo. Yeah, I've got them both open right now. And you're saying you feel like this update should have been free because it's essentially the same, right? You can kind of see, did he change anything in here? This contrast between two eras, this contrast between two eras has sketched the spiritual state of those who belong in the old era, justly condemned, ... Yeah. The author was Moo. So I see what you're saying, Marilda. All I would say, yeah, this, who was it, Pizza Hype? This toolbar just being right here, awesome already. All I would say, Marilda, is this would be true if you had to buy in print as well, right? They can't convince the publisher, hey, we already sold this book to a lot of our people, but it was the first edition. We should give them the second edition free. The publisher is going to laugh in their face and say, well, you're not going to distribute the second edition then. You can have the old one, right? So this would be true even if it were print. It was within 2 days it happened. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. Yeah, but all I got to say is it would be true if it were in print as well. And so there's no getting around that. And I see what you mean. Like, if you really had the option, you would have gone to, you probably would have said, no, I don't need the second edition if you're going to make me pay for it. I want dynamic pricing on the rest, right? I see what you mean. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I don't think there's kind of any way around that. It just, again, it reminds me of if it were in print, you'd have a similar problem, right? Oh, this is a crazy good tool, this Bible study builder. Okay, let's figure out how to use this. Okay, you click this. What is the historical background? So you can just throw these over here. Okay, and then it removes them from there. And then how do you send them back? Can I send them back? Okay, that's an oversight, I think. Or I'm a fail, which it's most likely the latter. But these are really good for building little studies. You can do this so quick too. New block, heading 1, heading 5. Interesting. Huh. This is cool, guys. I could see utilizing this just as a quick way to grab questions, even for your sermon. right? Why did the people try to stone Jesus in verse 31? This is good. I could see myself using this tool. And not even for its purported use. I do that all the time with Logos. Yeah, I could see the frustration with 2 days. It makes sense, Christian. It makes sense. All righty. Hey, Giovanno. Let me show you here. Let's see, where was it? Right here. You got to go to the front page. And then when you scroll down to select your subscription, there's a little checkbox that says add a year for an additional 17% off or something like that. Marilda says, thank you for giving me more peace. One has to really know how to shop at Logos. I feel bad for those who don't know. That's true, Marilda. That is true. And that goes back, I know I was talking before about my history with the company. It's got me locked into something here. That goes back to my history with the company. I'm telling you, so you need to find the start free trial button, Giovanno. And then here's where you can select, and it's right here. Okay. So you can select Premium Pro or Max, but you want to click annually, and then you want to click on the add an extra year 21% off. And then you pick what you want. I recommend Pro if you're going to be using the sermon builder. If not, I would recommend Premium. But because of that, I've gotten so much value over the years, Marilda, because I learned early on, a decade ago, how to shop at Logos, and I learned how dynamic pricing works and all that type of stuff, right? So yeah, you really do have to know how to do it. All right, well that's pretty cool. I like that feature. I already like these toolbars that Pizza Hype was talking about. Let's just open some books. Oh, I wonder if I used to love the Facilitate Serendipitous Discovery. I don't know if you guys know that one. Let's see. You could type it in here. FSD. These are old, Facilitate Serendipitous Discovery. What this is it's a command. It goes through your entire library and pulls a random book and opens it to a random page. So let's just do this a couple times. So, yeah, these are just from the cover. It looks like these are. Oh, I'm still not used to it. Okay, there you go. Yep. Yeah, these are put out by the same people who do the Reformation commentary. And they're little booklets, right? That's my understanding. Maybe not. Reformed Expository Bible Studies. There you go. Reformed Expository Bible Studies. And so it opened to me to this section right here. I'm one of those people that don't know how to shop. Well, that's why I try to help. Let's see. I would like to have the NIC and NICOT books. That would be the best strategy to get them on Logos. Well, is that all you're looking for? Or do you want a big, robust library? A lot of people have different approaches to Logos, and I have a certain approach. So I just want to make sure I understand what you want, and then I can help support you. You see what I mean? By the King, a proclamation touching tobacco. Some of these, I love this. FSD. Boom. And at one point, I figured out how to FSD on a narrow range of resources, which was pretty cool. Like this one. This is so interesting. And I love this about building a large Logos library. I don't even know what this is. Old Testament cosmology and divine accommodation, a relevance theory approach. Interesting. Anyway, Logos so cool. New things in dashboard. New things in dashboard. Oh, it took me a minute. Let's go here. New things. because I probably am one of those people who have my dashboard heavily edited at the moment, right? Here it is. You said new things? No, there's a button here where you can choose to, hey, on my dashboard, I want certain things or I don't want other things, right? Get started card, help center card, refresh. I rarely use the dashboard. And you can see mine's heavily truncated at this point. There was some version of Logos where I removed almost everything that was in it. Maybe it is one of these. Maybe they've just truncated it. It used to be the dashboard just had like tons of like, I'm going to be honest, advertisements and different things like that. So I just kind of turned them off. But maybe they've kind of truncated a little bit. Yeah. Still need to check a few books you mentioned in your teacher's video recently. Got you. Yeah. Henrique, what I would do, if you want, I'm going to presume you just want the cheapest way to get NICOT. That's what I'm guessing you want. The cheapest way to get this set, right? And you want the New Testament too, I would assume. So this is what you want. And you're asking yourself, what's the cheapest way I can get this? Well, spending $1 per book, right? If you don't mind adding other things along with it, getting collector's edition, right, is going to be a way that you can get the best bang for your buck price on it, right? You can see right now it shows $76.99 for collectors. Well, the NIC collection is, I don't know, 20% of that price. So if you were like, I want to build out a great library that includes the NIC NT set, to me that would be the recommendation. So then the question for me just becomes, what's the cheapest way to get 2025 Collector's Edition library? Well, premium subscription, and then you come in and you get the 2025 Collector's Edition library, boom, you're locked in, right? But I suspect that's not the question you're asking. Instead, I think the question you're asking is, no, I just want these books. Well, it's going to be to buy it outright then, right? Now, you're not getting as cheap a price per book, but you're also not forced to add on a library you don't want. And so with that approach, what's the cheapest way I can get these books? These go on sale from time to time. In fact, each individual commentary goes on sale from time to time. So if you're patient, what I would do is I would, create your account and all that other type of stuff. You could even use the free version, whatever. And then keep an eye out on the website. You could even check, once or twice a week and come and look at this collection and look at individual volumes, right? And of course, you could also sign up for Logos emails and all that type of stuff. But I'm telling you, these books, as individual books, go on sale once in a while. And I want to say I've seen them as cheap as $10 a pop or something like that, right? And then you can buy them at your own pace and get them for as cheap as possible rather than paying this money outright. So if you're patient, you can pick them up here and there. Perfect. Yes, I just want these books. In Brazil, the first approach would be impractical. I will be patient. Well, then that's what you need to do. So create your free account, and use the software, enjoy it. But come check here from time to time and be looking for when these go on sale. Because sometimes the full set goes on sale and sometimes the individual volumes go on sale. So if I were you, let's say I'm you, I favorite this, I bookmark this page, and then I also bookmark the page of a few individual volumes as well. So here's what I would do if I were you. I will do that. Thanks for your help. Just created yesterday my account when I found your channel. Awesome. Awesome. If I were you, I would bookmark 3 tabs. I would bookmark this tab, which has the full set. I would bookmark this tab that has a New Testament volume. And then I would go bookmark a tab with an Old Testament volume. Any volume will do. And here's why. Because, again, they do sales on these on single volumes from time to time. So this one doesn't matter. And then you will know, because you will check it frequently, you will know the baseline price. So I would bookmark this, I'd bookmark this, I'd bookmark this, and I'd check each of them once or twice a week. And then you'll know. You'll get used to it. You'll be like, all right, $18.60.99, $39.99, and $47.99. And then one day, you're going to bring up your bookmarks, and it's going to be the 400th time you've done it, right, in the last 3 months. And you're going to bring up your bookmarks, and one day, this number is going to say $12.30. And you're going to be like, what? You know what I mean? You're like, it's never been that low, right? Or you'll open this, and it'll say $10. And you'll be like, what? What? Or this one will say $10. And then you know to look deeper because you're like, the price changed. What happened, right? That's how I would do it. And then you'll probably be able to get the entire set for pretty cheap, right? So that's the play, Enrique. Hopefully that helps. Marilda says, key is balance, balance, balance. Pastor Tanner's heart is good. He can be trusted. Well, thank you, Marilda. I appreciate you. Much love. TJ, hey, Pastor Tanner, thanks for your help. I just got the Pro with the Gold Library for $534.68. Have a blessed day. God bless you, your family, and your subscribers. Thank you, TJ. That's awesome. God bless you. I hope you enjoy your new library. That's going to be great. I think you're going to get so much value out of it. Enrique, $10 my dream, LOL. I'm telling you, sometimes it happens for individual volumes. I've seen it. Like, it's hard. You have to be patient because I want to say it's once a year they do sales like that on individual volumes, but it does happen. I've seen it multiple times over the years. You got to be patient. But there have been times they do this with the not only this set, but they do this also with a very well-known set, NIVAC. And the NIVAC set does sales on individual volumes all the time as well, which is bonkers because usually you have to buy the large set in order to get the cheapest price. But when they do sales on individual volumes, it's the exact opposite. Right? When they're selling this individual volume for $10, you're going, wait a second, that's 66% off. I'm not getting 66% off by buying the large set. So you get to spend less money and at a greater overall discount. Win-win. So anyway, just keep an eye out. I think you'll, if you use the strategy I described, I think you're going to win. Right? It'll just take time. You just have to be patient. All right. PL, hey, Pastor Tanner, I've been around since 2 a.m. Couldn't get back to sleep. Watch your 3 videos on the libraries. Thank you. I, too, am a Logos nerd. Been using since 99 in seminary. That's awesome. Fellow Logos nerd. Good to see you, PL. Yeah, exciting times. I like the new features. I like everything that's available. Really cool. Really cool. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I am not going to stream later tonight. I know I typically stream in the evenings, but as you guys can see throughout this stream, I've been sick. I'm trying to still beat this cough I've got. So I don't think it'd be wise for me to stream and talk more and more and more. I enjoyed this. I'm excited for the new iteration of Logos, guys. I'm going to keep trying to put out helpful videos for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys could have hung out over on the Logos official channel, but you came over here instead, and I really appreciate that very much. And yeah, let's all enjoy the new generation of Logos and everything that is available to us. To whom much is given, much is required, guys. I am shocked at the amount of information that is available to us in our day and age. And for all of us, it's about being good stewards. It's about being good stewards of the information that's available to us in our day and age and utilizing it well. So anyway, I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you have a blessed day. Take care. God bless.